Well, you and battle rapper Disaster,
Oh, yeah.
who I've interviewed before, went back and forth. He offered to battle you for the Wu-Tang album.
Yeah, see, I'm not a musician, at least a rapper musician. I play guitar, but, I had a lot of fun with these dudes. And I talked with 21 Savage. I talked with a lot of these guys. And it was just a blast. And I wish I could still be a part of that. But I also don't have too much time to listen. It's a lot of work listening to, the guys out there. And you have to be a huge fan. And these days I don't have the time like I used to. But at some point, if I get deep back into music, I'm sure I'll do some more work. But I always loved WWE and like this idea of like playing this role. And I loved playing this bad guy, whether it was music or business or whatever, or politics. And, people need a bad guy. And I think that you're almost if you deprive someone of that, you're almost like depriving them of joy. Like if you ever been to a WWE event, there's some bad guy that The Rock beats up or John Cena beats up. And the bad guy is like an important part of this because without the bad guy, there's no good guy.
Right.
And, if for me, I knew that I'm not a bad guy. I knew that I have reasons for everything I did that made a lot of sense to me, my friends, my family. But to the rest of the world, if that's what they wanted, who am I to say no? It's like.
Well, you offered to buy Kanye's Life of Pablo album, the sole copy of it, for $10 million.
That was funny, yeah.
You said you lost $15 million trying to buy it?
It was funny. That was also a joke.
So that's not true?
Yes, no.
Okay.
No. There, at the time, there was this meme about Daquan. And it was always like, why aren't you going to marry Daquan? And the girl says, Mom, I told you he's already married to the streets. And, it's just like back and forth. So I said, Kanye said, yes, he sold me I talked to his peoples, and his people sold me the album for $15 million in Bitcoin, and I sent the Bitcoin, and it's gone. What happened? And this is a time when nobody knew much about Bitcoin. And it was a lot of fun playing with the media. There was actually I think it was about 80 newspapers reported it as true. It's hilarious.
Okay. And you said you're going to put up $2 million to bail out Bobby Shmurda around that time.
Yeah, just before I got arrested myself.
Right. But Bobby said that no one ever contacted him.
Well, I just got arrested myself days later. It was wild. But I did call a bunch of criminal defense attorneys to start the process.
Okay. You said you were going to release unreleased music from Wu-Tang, Nirvana, and the Beatles if Trump actually won.
I won!
And he won. So didn't you release some of the Wu-Tang songs?
I played a bunch of it, yeah, but I didn't release it all. Every time I tried to release that album, Silver Rings called me and said, stop.
Okay.
And then RZA would go on a guy like your show or Joe Rogan and say, I don't know why Martin's not releasing this thing. It's wild.
Right, I remember seeing that, yeah. Well, didn't you leak out Lil Wayne's Carter 5?
There was that as well, yeah. That was a wild. Yeah, I had this just weird kind of tango with hip hop. It was fun.
Right. Lil Wayne threatened to sue you.
Not exactly. We had a good talk.
Oh, you actually talked to Wayne?
Oh, yeah.
How did that go?
Fine. I mean, he was a nonchalant guy. I think the situation was about him leaving basically the story I think very few people know is he left the Car 5 in a Bugatti that he sold to this dealer. And the dealer said, hey, I heard you collect rare hip hop. I said, I don't buy stolen. I was very nervous because a lot of people steal music and then try to sell it. And I'm like, I already have a case with the feds. I don't want much stolen music. A guy offered to sell me hundreds of Kanye tracks that were half worked, unreleased. And he made no bones about it. He's like, these were all hacked and stolen. I said, I really can't buy those. As much as I'd love to hear them, I can't buy them. And so this guy said, no, Wayne said I could have this. I called him and I said, you left all this stuff in your car. Do you want it? He said, nah, keep it. And the guy said, he said, keep it. So do you want it? And he sent it to me and I paid him some money. And it was fun. It was fun to have that for a little while. And then obviously it was released.
Okay. You and Akademiks went back and forth.
Yes.
You threatened him at one point.
I did. That was not wise. Not wise at all.
You guys worked it out.
I wouldn't say we worked it out, but I think that, again, as performance artist, in a way, it's kind of the role I was playing as a performance artist. He's playing a blogger, but he was also mixing it up with these guys, right? And I mixed it up with him as well, and it helped him. It helped me. Everyone wins. The problem is when people actually take it too far, which I think both sides are always edging towards. And this happens in hip hop. You know it. People will talk smack on a track. Next guy talks smack. Oh, well, okay. Well, when I see you, I'll shoot you. All right. Well, I'll shoot you too. And eventually, occasionally, it actually happens. But usually, it's like that game on Game Theory Chicken, where both cars are swerving. Someone's gonna swerve left. But occasionally, there's a crash.
Well, by this point, you're not the most popular person in the world. You go to UC Davis and they throw dog feces at you?
Not exactly what happened. Probably more of the vision of some intrepid reporter who wished that happened.
Okay.
But good story.